We've talked about this before, and I'm sure every possession is a little different. But with all the threes, did you feel like some of them were too open? Were the rotations, or were they just hitting? What did you see from their shooting?
They saw the same thing everybody else saw, where they made some ridiculous shots. You know, you're going to have certain breakdowns in your defense, and I thought in that third quarter, that could have been really deflating for our team, and it wasn't. Like we kept fighting and played some really good basketball. I think in general, with our team, it's against certain teams that have dynamic drivers, which Hornets, they have some really good drivers, and they have a ton of shooting. We can be a little bit cautious guarding the ball, and if we do get beat off the dribble, then we're in rotation. I thought our low man was awful all night, and so we're scared of the drive, and then so we're just too far off we're too far off the body. But there was some of that tonight, and some of them was that's a good offensive team. They had 150 against Utah and blew out OKC at OKC. I think everybody, our coaching staff and the guys in the locker room, we all knew that that they got our full respect and attention pregame, and I thought we fought. I mean, just another team that has a hot shooting night.
Obviously, they've been, I think, #1 offensively in the league last 11, 12 games or so. And you mentioned like the teams that they took down in that stretch, but their record doesn't necessarily show that. Do you think like you got a better version of them because you're the Lakers? Because this is the type of team and game that gets younger teams' attention. And how's your group handled that throughout the course of the season, do you think?
I think in general, these guys grew up watching LeBron James play. The Lakers are like the Celtics, arguably the most storied franchise in all of sports. So we've mentioned it as a team. I think all the guys know, like, we're going to get we don't get a lot of off nights from other teams in terms of energy and being up and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't think that was just tonight.
JJ, you guys will have athleticism gaps, especially against younger teams and stuff like that. What do you need to do defensively to cover that, and how much of that can be covered with scheme and execution?
Yeah, I mean, there were I talked about the 77 stuff before the game, and they do a great job of doing that with a lot of pace, and it creates a lot of problems for teams. I thought when the game started, we did a really good job of covering that, and that's been in this stretch. Like, you watch them on tape, they go to that a lot in early offense, and they're either able to create red confusion and get threes, or they're able to turn the corner and touch the paint and get you in scramble or get all the way to the rim. So we guarded that well, and then they just kind of went to just singular small pick and rolls, and didn't do a good job of containing the basketball at times, and then at times they made ridiculous shots. So I think you can certainly, we changed, we did 3 different coverages tonight, so it's not like we're not trying. We're trying.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep, thanks.
Luka, it seemed like the first quarter was somewhat of a continuation of Atlanta, just the ball movement, the shots and everything. Did you see anything flip or change at that point moving forward in the game?
I mean, the second quarter offensively wasn't great. We didn't get up to a great start. We watched everything. We were fairly organized. Just weren't able to create any advantages. A couple plays that either we drew up or we were calling, ball got deflected. We ended up running out of bounds. The only thing when Luka got back in, we should have got him to the post, which what we were trying to do with our ATOs, but. Scored 60 in the second half. We did 120 offensive rating. Like, you're going to have stretches like that. But, it's a lot of times when that happens, we're really disorganized and we have high turnovers. And it wasn't that. We just, we ran offense and either missed shots or didn't create an advantage.